Good morning, children. Today we are going to continue with the 7th chapter of your literature book, that is Uncle Raman. In the last video, we had discussed scene 1 and scene 2. Today we are going to do scene 3. So we see till now, Mr. and Mrs. Bhaskar, they are planning to get rid of Uncle Raman because he is the cause of all disaster in the house. Scene 3. In the living room, Mr. and Mrs. Bhaskar enter. Mrs. Bhaskar, looking at the picture on the floor and shaking her head. The sooner, the better. Mr. Bhaskar, going to the end of the room and shouting, Uncle Raman, Uncle Raman. Lunch is served. Mrs. Bhaskar, not loudly, sarcastically. Sarcastically means in a taunting manner. Yes, Uncle Raman, Mr. Voracious, come and eat it all. Voracious means one who has the desire to eat a lot. Then break a few plates and cups and saucers. Mr. Bhaskar, shh, he might hear you. Mrs. Bhaskar, good, perhaps he will get the hint. Uncle Raman enters carrying his suitcase and looking crestfallen. Crestfallen means disappointed. So we see now that Mr. Bhaskar goes on to call Uncle Raman for the lunch, and in the meantime Mrs. Bhaskar is still taunting and making sarcastic remarks about Uncle Raman. Then we see that Uncle Raman, he is carrying his suitcase and he is coming and he looks very disappointed. Mr. Bhaskar, you don't have to bring your suitcase to the dining table, uncle. Mrs. Bhaskar, aside, unless you want to pack some for a snack later. Mr. Bhaskar glowers at her. Glowers means to look angrily. Uncle Raman, I won't be staying for lunch. I'm afraid. I suddenly remembered I have an appointment to keep back at home. I have decided to go immediately and return perhaps to see Sarita getting married. Mrs. Bhaskar, but uncle, have some lunch first, then go. Mr. Bhaskar, yes, uncle. And why this sudden change of mind? You know you are most welcome in our house. Mrs. Bhaskar, but your appointment? I suppose you have to keep it. Uncle Raman, yes, I must go without delay, and thank you for the offer. I shall be in touch. Goodbye. Uncle Raman exits hurriedly. Hurriedly means fast. Mr. and Mrs. Bhaskar look pleased, yet greatly surprised. Surprised, shocked. When he is gone, they begin to do a little dance round the room. The postman arrives and peers through the window. Peers means to look. Looking astounded. Astounded means surprised. Mrs. Bhaskar notices the postman and stops dancing. Mr. Bhaskar continues to leap around. So we see that Uncle Raman, he has come to the dining room with his suitcase, and then Mr. Bhaskar, he says that you don't have to bring your suitcase over here. Then this Uncle Raman, he says that yes, I am not going to stay for lunch. I just remembered that I have an appointment and I have to go back home. And so I have decided that I will come when Sarita gets married. Then Mrs. Bhaskar, she says that first have the lunch and then go. Then Mr. Bhaskar, he says, why this sudden change of mind? You were supposed to stay here till Sarita's marriage, but now all of a sudden, why you have to go? Then Uncle Raman says, no, I have to go. Thank you for the offer, but I'll be in touch. Now children, can you understand why this sudden change of mind has taken place? I suppose you all must have understood it. Yes, it is because Uncle Raman had overheard Mrs. Bhaskar's sarcastic remarks, which made him very sad and disheartened, and after which he decides to leave the house. And after that we see that Uncle Raman, he goes away very fast, And these Mr. and Mrs. Bhaskar, they look very surprised and shocked all of a sudden what happened to Uncle Raman. But yet they are very happy because they wanted to get rid of him. So they did not make any effort to stop him. And then they start dancing also out of their happiness because he has gone. And just then the postman arrives and he hears the sounds and peeps through the window and sees that they are dancing, and he is also enjoying their dance. Mrs. Bhaskar to the postman, "What are you gawping at?" Gawping means to look with his mouth open. That means surprisingly. Is this the way to deliver letters? Deliver means to give the letters. Can't you come to the front door and ring the bell? Mr. Bhaskar stops dancing. And what time do you call this? You are supposed to deliver the post in the morning, not the afternoon. Postman, sorry sir, sorting office problems sir, cycle problems sir, late starting problems sir. Mrs. Bhaskar, I'll give you a headache problem if you come and deliver the post at the window in future. She snatches the letter from him. Mr. Bhaskar, now go. Come in the proper way next time. Postman, yes sir, starts to go and then puts his head back in the window. Very fine dancing, madam. Mrs. Bhaskar, shaking the letter in his face. Your supervisor will hear about this. Exit postman hurriedly. That man. So here we see that Mr. and Mrs. Bhaskar, they are firing at the postman for his misbehavior, and says that next time if he comes like this, they are going to make a complaint. Mr. Bhaskar, taking the letter and looking at one. Oh no, here's the letter from Uncle Raman. Mrs. Bhaskar, open it. What does he say? Mr. Bhaskar, give me a second. Opens the letter and reads. Mrs. Bhaskar, well. Mr. Bhaskar, holding his forehead and looking shocked. Oh dear, oh dear. What have we done? Mrs. Bhaskar, what have we done? We have driven him out, that's what. And he was here to make us very rich. He had come to give all his late wife's jewelry to our Sarita for her wedding. Mrs. Bhaskar, oh no, taking the letter from him. Can this be true? If only we had waited for a while. So we see that they get a letter from Uncle Raman, and that letter says that he had come to make them very rich by giving their daughter the entire jewelry of his late wife. Now they are shocked at this and they regret for not waiting, not having patience, and driving him out of their home. Mr. Bhaskar, it's too late now. He has gone. And so has our fortune. Fortune means luck. Sarita's fortune. Enter Sarita. Sarita. Hello, Mom. Hello, Dad. What's going on? Is lunch ready? I'm starving. Starving means hungry. Looking round the room. And where's Uncle Raman? Mrs. Bhaskar, hiding the letter behind her back. Uncle Raman? What about Uncle Raman? Mr. Bhaskar, why do you bring up his name? Sarita, Uncle Raman was here earlier. I met him this morning when he arrived. We had a long chat at the gate. He said he had come to stay till the wedding. Where is he? Mr. Bhaskar, your uncle is not here. He came and he departed. Departed means gone, left. He was in a hurry to go. Mrs. Bhaskar, yes, he had an appointment to keep. So here we see that they are regretting their destiny for driving Uncle Raman. Just then Sarita enters and she inquires about Uncle Raman, to which they say that he has already left because he had an appointment to keep. Sarita, an appointment? That's strange. Muses for a while. Muses means thinks for a while. It's all right. He'll be back for lunch, I'm sure. He has an healthy appetite, hasn't he? Appetite means desire for food. Mr. Bhaskar, your uncle won't be here for lunch or dinner. He has gone home. Sarita, gone home? But he said he was going to be here till the wedding. What is going on? Mrs. Bhaskar, I doubt whether he'll be here for the wedding either. Sarita, why ever not? He seemed so happy to be here and was looking forward to the wedding. He told me so. Mrs. Bhaskar, well, I think he became quite upset with something we said. He is a nuisance to have around, you know. Now, nuisance means a person who makes you angry. Mr. Bhaskar, and we could not keep our comments to ourselves. He must have overheard us. Sarita, you mean you drove him out? Poor man. So here we see that Sarita is quite surprised to know that Uncle Raman has left. And she wants to know the reason, because when she had a talk with Uncle Raman, he was quite happy and he was supposed to stay here till the wedding. But then Mrs. Bhaskar says maybe because he got upset with what remarks they were making about him, because I think he must have overheard us, and so he left the house. Then Sarita, when she finds out that her parents are the cause of his departure, she feels very bad for Uncle Raman. Mr. Bhaskar, I'm afraid so. And the worst thing is, I don't know how to tell you this. He was going to leave you a small gift. Sarita, a small gift? Mr. Bhaskar, well, quite a largish gift. Largish means a big gift, large gift. Mrs. Bhaskar, yes, very large. He said he was going to leave you some of Auntie Meena's jewelry. Mr. Bhaskar, and now, of course, you won't get even a sniff of it. Sniff means a bit of it, because he is gone. Mrs. Bhaskar, I wonder which ring or chain he might have brought for you. Sarita, you mean the rings and the chains and dozens of other precious pieces too? Mr. Bhaskar, whatever do you mean, dear? Sarita, I can show you what he brought, because he handed me a large box when he arrived. It is full of most priceless pieces of jewelry you have ever seen in your life. Priceless means very valuable. Mr. and Mrs. Bhaskar look stunned, and the curtain falls down. Now we see that Mr. Bhaskar goes on to tell her daughter that Uncle Raman had actually come with the jewelry of his late wife, and he would have given that gift to her on her wedding, but now since he has gone, so she won't be getting a bit of it also. Then Sarita says, a small gift? He has already given me the gift when he arrived, and it is a big box which is full of valuable jewelry. Hearing this, Mr. and Mrs. Bhaskar, they look very surprised, and they are really feeling very bad for what they have done. With this, the story ends, and this story has been written by Nicholas Hosper. I hope you all must have enjoyed this play. Thank you. Stay home, stay safe.